look absolutely fantastically amazing and extraordinary. In District 86, we start the same way. I say, who fired up? You say, we fired up. You ready? Who fired up? Who fired up? Who fired up? Yes, we fired up. We fired up because we've got to be, when a white supremacist domestic terrorist is president of the United States and is doing everything he can to destroy democracy, we've got to be fired up. Got to be fired up when Elon Musk and the billionaire class are continuing to rig the rules for their benefit while leaving working class and middle class folks to suffer. We've got to be fired up when the Department of Justice is being weaponized against people like Letitia James and against Texas House Democrats. We've got to be fired up because our future is at stake. Our hope for what we want to see in our cities, in our towns, in our communities, and across this country is what's at stake. We've got to be fired up. And if you live in a state like I do, that's been rigged red, you've seen many things that have happened at the state level now going national. We've seen it in Tennessee, in South Dakota, in Wyoming, all across the country, being the lab rats for autocracy that has now become the way that things are. Laws aren't being passed for people. They're being passed for lobbyists and for corporations. It's no longer a government by the consent of the governed. It's a government by the consent of the highest bidder. And that's the way that Republicans want to keep it. But we got some different goals. And even in moments where it is difficult, in moments that it is dark and sometimes gloomy, we have to be steadfast and unmovable in our faith in democracy and our faith in one another. Dr. King would often say, only when it is darkest can you see the stars. And I think about that often because we're living in some pretty dark days and we're having some pretty difficult struggles. I'm from Memphis, Tennessee. Obviously, my wife, Oceanae Argillium, is here. We just bought a home and it's 3 miles away from where Elon Musk has built an illegal gas plant, polluting the very air that we breathe. We're in some difficult times. But I remember the words of my mama and daddy whenever we had to clean up on Saturdays, which I hated to do, my 4 brothers and I. And whenever you get a little bit lazy or a little too tired looking, they say, you got to put your hands on something. And in this moment and in this time, my friends, my fellow progressives, my people who believe in a movement for justice rooted in love, we've got to put our hands on something. And we see how this happens and the transformation that's possible when we do that work. I'm fortunate to work with Bold Alliance, and I know Jane Klebb and Melinda are here somewhere. Give them a round of applause. They are literally helping to develop clean energy solutions across America, especially in rural areas, developing community benefits agreements for communities that for so long have been disempowered, for so long have been told that you don't have a voice. We know that there are places where even when it is dark, the stars are still shining. When folks in Texas, the Texas House Democrats, leave the state because the governor is trying to gerrymander in order to take 5 congressional seats away from Democrats. But while they are leaving the state, they are truly standing up and showing up for democracy and for the best of who we are. When I look at Memphis, and I look at what is happening to us with thousands of tons of nitrogen oxides being pumped into the air, 17.2 tons of formaldehyde, and get weary, I think about 81-year-old Willie Joe. His family's been in the area of Boxtown for 139 years, and he says, I'm going to keep fighting as long as I can. Or Mama Easter, who at 76 lost her husband a month ago, her sister 2 months ago due to respiratory illnesses, who says, I've got to keep fighting and being in this fight for justice, this fight for clean air, because that is what they will want for me to do. I get a little bit more courage, a little bit more hope, and even being here at Netroots, you all are stars amidst darkness. There are people who continue to give it all they've got. Young students at Tigers Against Pollution, Memphis Community Against Pollution, all these organizations that are getting together that in Memphis, Tennessee, had 500 people show up to a public hearing for clean air. There are some stars amidst the darkness. And look, when we see these attacks on DEI, on the universities, on the EEOC, the housing and urban development, trying to fight for civil rights, people giving money, public dollars to private institutions, we can get tired. We can get heavy laden and burdened. But I really just stopped by today to tell you that it's time to fight. I know we all got our jobs that we're in. We all have the work that we are doing. But in this moment and in this time, we've got to fight. When I say it's time, you say to fight. It's time. It's time. It's time. It's time to fight like Frederick Douglass, John Brown, and Ida B. Wells. It's time. It's time to fight like Martin and Coretta, Medgar and Murley, Malcolm and Betty Shabazz. It's time to fight like Barbara Jordan and Shirley Chisholm and Fannie Lou Hamer, who said, if I fall, I'll fall 5 feet 4 inches forward in the fight for freedom. I'm not backing down. It's time to fight for fair wages for everybody because one job should be enough. It's time to fight for Medicare for all because you deserve to have health care because you are a person, not because you have a particular job. It's time to fight for our public schools because everybody in every city, in every suburb, in every county, in every town across the United States of America deserves to ensure that their children are able to learn and become the leaders that we need for them to be. It's time to fight for an environment and a climate that is just. We see what is happening when the polluters are running the government. The people are responsible for running the government, and it's time to fight for the ideals that we believe in, that we hold these truths to be self-evident, that all people are created equal and endowed by their Creator with certain inalienable rights, and that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. It's time. It's time. It's time to fight until justice rolls down like waters and righteousness like an ever-flowing stream right here in these United States of America. And I'm glad to be on the battlefield with you. I'm glad to march with you, to work with you, to fight with you because it's time. It's time to fight. God bless you.